to just any move that we didn't talk about. So I'm going to start it off. We have Smurf in here, so I figured, let's talk love to his Oklahoma City Thunder, trading for runner-up Rookie of the Year, Jared McCain, for a 2026 Rockets pick that is going to be a bad pick, and 3 second-round picks. Alex talked about how this team's been injured. Can they make another run? Having a guy like Jared McCain coming on a rookie contract, coming off of your bench, if he can get healthy, he's going to be in his groove. He's shooting 40% from the field, from three, and he's not even healthy. Jared McCain is the perfect fit for this team. You have guys like Jalen Williams, and you have guys like SGA that are ball-dominant guys, and you guys need guys to sit in the corner and wait for their time. He's a knockdown three-point shooter. He's a smaller guard, so that's going to kind of hinder him at some points, but he's a knockdown shooter. Either talk about that trade, Alex, a little bit more, or talk about the next trade that you want to talk about that fell under the radar.
Yeah, I think it's crazy that OKC got him for cents, it seems like. Like, I cannot believe they got him. And at this point, OKC, how many people are on your roster? Who did you drop? Because I just feel like you have so many guys. Like, I can name at least like 10, 11 players on their team. I can't name you 8 on the Utah Jazz. Like, I just can't believe that they got Jared McCain for chip change. I think it's a great pick, like Kevin said. I'm intrigued to see how he fits into the system. He is a smaller guard. We'll see how that works. But I think more depth, especially in the West, is going to play a huge role, especially deep into the playoffs when you're probably going to go up against Ant and the Timberwolves, Jokic and the Nuggets, KD and the Rockets. And they got a little bit of depth, but not as much as OKC. So, OKC, man, you guys are just cheating at this point. I'm going to say one thing, and I love the New Orleans trade of Alvarado to the Knicks. I feel like Alvarado is such
a New York Knicks guard.
Yeah, he's feisty. He's obviously one of the smallest guards in the league, but he plays hard. He plays every possession like it's his last. And to go back home into the Garden and play backup for Brunson, I just think that's another piece for the Knicks, especially as I'm speaking. It's the fourth quarter, and they're playing the Detroit Pistons. They are down almost 40 points. So anything the Knicks can add to their toolbox, they need at this moment. I still slightly have the Knicks beating the Pistons, but like it is very slight. It's going to go to like a game 7 to me, or maybe it will be less. But I truly think that I like that piece. I don't know because then you'll have him. You'll have they got that one guy. I don't remember his name. Got that one guy. I think he's 51 or something. I don't know. But you also have Clarkson coming off the bench. So I like these pieces. I like this bench. And they finally figured out like their bench issue from last year. Mike Brown, shout out to Mike Brown because he is killing it over there. But for New Orleans, I find this interesting because why did they traded him away. But I really thought a Zion Williamson trade would happen. And I just don't know what they're waiting for with him. I don't know if his trade value is going to go up if he actually plays or if he continues to play. So I thought around this time they would probably cut their losses and trade him. And I'm really, I don't know what to do with him. So.
That is a pick. That was a trade that I really wasn't going to talk about, but you made a lot of good points. He fits that culture. So it's going to be nice seeing with the Knicks. A trade that I'm going to talk about. Jonathan Kuminga has been freed, ladies and gentlemen. He has been freed. Free JK. I know that the Warriors fans are going to say, we wanted Giannis, but you got Porzingis. Alex is a Celtics fan, so she might feel differently about Porzingis, but he's only played in like 15 games. He's always hurt. So I don't really know what that brings to this team. I don't know if that helps them in any kind of way make a push. If this was New York Knicks Porzingis or even Boston Celtics Porzingis, I'd be like, you know what, this is a good move. But it's not. The Hawks get Jonathan Kuminga to play alongside Jalen Johnson, so their wings are set in stone. Nickeil Alexander-Walker has been balling. You got Big O, you got Zachary Ricochet, you got Dyson Daniels, so they have a lot of good wings. And what a lot of people weren't talking about is they have that Pelicans pick, which is right now 52% to be top 4. And if we hit sim lottery right now, it's number 5. So you're bringing in another young talent. They're probably going to stay away from the wing position, maybe a point guard and got rid of Trae Young, but they can make a lot of things shake. So the Hawks have a really bright future. As far as the Warriors go, man, I know they were really big on Giannis, and you get Porzingis. I don't know where they go from here. So what's another trade that you want to talk about?
So we're gonna stay in the East, and we're gonna talk about the Celtics getting Kukoc.
Let me go ahead and erase that for me.
I think that's great. I think you dump Anthony Simons, who I think was on an expiring contract already, but also would probably ask for a lot of money in the offseason. And with their $70 million players, they really ain't got much wiggle room at the moment. And Vucevic is a little bit older. He has been an all-star. I remember watching him when he was with the Orlando Magic. He was great down there for that team during that run or during those seasons. They needed big. They needed spacing. They kind of want to get, not they kind of need to get back to kind of how they were with like Porzingis and Al Horford, but they do need a stretch 5 who can kind of space out the floor a little bit and give more wiggle room for Jaylen Brown and then Jason Tatum when he comes back. So I really like this pick. They basically only just gave up Simmons, but their young guys have been playing well. Richard is balling. So I'm going to miss him, don't get me wrong, but you do get a really good big that you desperately needed to see how you could fit within this season and like this run that they're going to get. Because I mean, like every Celtic, not really like Celtics, every NBA fan, we didn't think highly of the Celtics coming into the season. Losing all these key pieces and JT's out probably for the year. So for them to be 3rd, 4th in the East at the moment, playing the way they're playing, Jaylen Brown is going to be first team All-NBA. He's crazy right now. That team is rolling. And so I don't know. I'm intrigued to see kind of how this all plays out in the playoffs. But, I mean, I don't think they could beat the Knicks or Detroit. But, I mean, you never know.
Do you think he fills the Al Horford role?
No.
He brings more offensively, but less defensively.
Yes. Which is going to be sort of interesting. But, I mean, but they have once JT comes back, those 2 long guards really help them defensively. So I'm not too worried about the backside. So, yeah.
Another trade that I want to talk about is the Pistons giving up on Jaden Ivey. They made that run last year, and I was like, man, can you imagine what happens when they get Jaden Ivey back? And it just really never fit. He's not a really good shooter, and that's what that team needs is shooting. They have ball-dominant guys. They have Cade Cunningham. Jalen Duren dominates the ball a lot. So Jaden Ivey really needs the ball in his hands. So that was kind of a disappointment. But I love the Kevin Huerter trade. I think that's
how you gonna have him and Duncan Robinson?
Like that's what they need. That we were just talking about with the Thunder. Like when you have ball dominant guys, having corner guys that will knock down 3 balls goes a long way. We saw Kevin Huerter and what he did for the Kings in that playoff run. Like he's a knockdown shooter when he needs to be. You don't need much from him. If you just tell him and Duncan Robinson, we need 5 tonight. I don't care who hits 4, you hit 1. You hit 5, you hit 0. We need 5. Y'all figure it out and let's do it. Do you have anything else you want to talk about trade-wise?
I'll say one more. Well, I'll say 2, but I'll be real quick.
Well, I also have another one, so we can go back and
Oh,
forth.
okay, cool. Io to the Timberwolves. Love that pick. I was intrigued to see what the Timberwolves were going to do. I know they were very heavy on
trying to trade for Giannis.
However, they needed to get some things cleared up, I think, like cap space wise. And so I like getting him. I think you need, I think the Timberwolves, I don't know what they really, I think they are trying. Obviously, you build around Ant. I think that's a no-brainer. But, I mean, you got to get the right point guard for him. And I feel like he could be that piece for them that they've been trying to get at. And then they somehow let go of Mike Conley and then got him back. And they're going to re-sign him for like a stupid low contract. So I know that helps with cap space. So I like that. I mean, they only made that, I think that like 1 or 2 trades or something like that. So like not anything too crazy, but I think that in a stacked West, that can help them down the line.
They were definitely trying to trade for Giannis because when they originally got rid of Conley, it freed up $12 million in cap space.
Yeah.
So they tried. This isn't really a trade, but I think this is gonna swing the pendulum. Pendulum. This can swing the pendulum in the NBA, and that's the Nets waiving Cam Thomas.
Yeah.
He averages 24 points. If he goes to the Nuggets, if he goes to the Lakers, if he goes to any playoff team and shows the world that he can play his game and play winning basketball, he's going to get paid next season. So you can bring him on for dirt cheap the rest of the way. And if he can bring it together and bring his 24 to 17, 15 off the bench for I really want the Pistons to do it. Because we've talked about the Pistons going to get like a Devin Booker. But if they can get a guy like Cam Thomas or the Knicks, the Celtics make a push because wherever he goes is just for the rest of the season. None of these teams that are winning are going to sign him because they don't have the money. But to get a guy like Cam Thomas who's young and can put the ball in the basket and just be a microwave for you guys off the bench, like.
But his 24 a game is very much like me and mine.
No, that's what I'm saying. So on a good team, that 24 becomes 15.
No, I get that, but I just feel like that's hard to integrate that type of player, like that heat check type of player.
Off the bench to play with your second unit?
Yeah, that's why I don't think he would I don't think he'll go to like, I think like maybe like a Sun. I don't know. Like it has to be someone that like, I don't see him going to Denver. I don't see him.
I love him going to Houston or not Houston. Yeah, Houston. Houston will be
Houston will be great. That is a great fit for him because like it kind of like a give the ball and let him cook and
just let him in a second lineup when KD needs a break and because Alperson Goon's a big scorer, but Thompson's not a real big scorer. So to have another guy that can consistently give you buckets,
yeah,
he's wherever he goes is gonna shake the world.
Yeah,
because he's not going to a shitty team.
Yeah, no, not at all. But you know what's really interesting, real quick, is that Houston Rockets weren't like, I don't know if they did any trades during this deadline, and I'm really like, I was kind of like taken back from that, especially because Steven Adams is out for the rest of the year, and they do need a big.
I mean, they have Clint Capella.
Yeah, but
when you have an all-star guard, all-star center, you only need 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, that is true. That is true. But I just feel like, I don't want Sengun playing. I mean, he did play really good against the Spurs with Wemby, but like you need height. Like you really do in this West. And so I was kind of disappointed that they didn't draft a center. But real quick, I want to do one more take.
Yeah.
Los Angeles Lakers getting Luke Kennard. I think dumping Gabe Vincent. No. Listen. Dumping Gabe Vincent, no hate to the man. But he was just getting cardio on the court. Like he wasn't really doing anything. So you just kind of like push that aside and you get Luke Kennard, who might not like be the greatest player, but can give you spacing. You get a shooter. You know what I mean? Just give us like 10, 12 points a game. That's all we're asking from you. Yeah, and especially this Lakers roster where they
need the shooting.
They really do. because some of these games that they lose, it's just kind of
But Austin Reeves is back now, so we'll see.
That is true. They have missed him desperately.
He missed 2 months of basketball. He would have been an all-star this year. Out of all of our picks for all-stars, we were 4 out of 5.
Really?
Jalen Johnson, Jalen Duren, Jamal Murray, and who's the other guy? Jalen Duren, Jamal Murray.
From earlier this year?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I have no idea what I said.
Or maybe we were 3 for 4. Maybe it was only 3 for 4.
Okay.
Let me see.
But we were high.
We got Jalen. Yeah, the only one was Austin Reeves that didn't make it.
He would have made it too.
Yeah, the only one who didn't make it because we had Austin Reeves, Jamal Murray, Jalen Johnson, and Jalen Duren. So Austin Reeves would have made it, but he got hurt. So